does not say where the other 2 million went. But it's a fascinating story because he was just a janitor. He did not inherit any money. He just worked hard, and he didn't make very much money either, which is the interesting thing to me, because so many people think that you can only amass wealth if you make really big money. Now, there's a lot of lessons to be learned from this story, and that's why I find it so interesting. The first lesson is that you really don't have to make much money to get rich. You just have to be smart with money. And this guy was obviously really smart with it. Well, maybe. Let's get to the rest of it. The other side of the coin is that he died with $8 million, and he never got to enjoy hardly any of it. The article talks about his friend said that he had bought a used Toyota Yaris, which is like the cheapest Toyota made, and he drove it like forever. And he would wear the same coat all the time, and it was held together with safety pins. And then up until his 90th birthday, he was still cutting firewood himself to heat his home. And so I think, in my opinion, he probably developed some really strong discipline over the years to be able to save that much money. And he just found it impossible to change his ways. So he couldn't find a way to enjoy the money. And to me, that's the sad part of the story. And the other sad part of the story to me is that he left the money to a hospital, half of the money to a hospital. I'm like, hospitals are not broke, and most hospitals are not charities. You know, look at what medical expenses are. It goes on. They interviewed the hospital for the story, and the hospital said they were gonna, do renovations. It's not like he gave the money to the hospital and said, use it for needy people to pay their medical bills instead of putting them in debt. That would have been much more noble. But I really just like the fact that he was able to do it, making like $40,000 to $50,000 a year, which is not that much money. Again, most people think that you have to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to amass wealth, but it is all about what you do with the money. I'm sorry, there's like a big jet flying over. You can probably hear it. Maybe not. I forgot to turn the gain up. I turn the gain down when I make my daytime videos for my other channel, when I talk normally, and then I turn it up when I make these. I'm gonna uncup the mic and it's gonna make a noise, so I apologize. Actually, I must not have turned it down when I made my video today, so that's good. I guess it's right. So hopefully this is sounding good for you. But anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I wanted to share it with you because I hope it is inspirational for you. There is a principle in life called delayed gratification, and it is about waiting. Instead of going into debt for a real expensive car, maybe just get a decent anything is like this old man. He's gonna die with a lot of money. In fact, I sent the article to him today, and my email to him said this: Ed, I found this story today and wanted to share it with you. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up because I don't remember exactly. Well, no, I'll just paraphrase it. And then I said, you live like a effing indigent. And if you die and do something stupid with your money like this, I promise you I will dig you up out of your grave, raise you from the dead, and kill you again. That's what I said. It was just kind of being funny, but I criticize him a lot because he just can't spend any money. The man has like $2 million saved. He's almost my age and like refuses to spend anything. And I just feel bad for him because I'm afraid the longer he goes, he's not going to be able to spend it. He's not going to be able to enjoy any of it. And I think currently he's in his will, he's leaving it to his nieces and nephews. I have a will as well. And a lot of my money I'm leaving to the Animal Protection League. It's a animal shelter, animal sanctuary that I sit on the board of. The website is inapl.org. And it's just a great organization. We try everything to never have to put down an animal, but sometimes they're sick or really aggressive. You know, there's just some animals that can't be saved, but we do our very best to try to save them all. But I don't want to die, but if I do, the sanctuary is going to be taken very well care of. I also, you know, like whenever you make a will, like you have to like put in there, like I leave some for my mom, but then I have to put a clause in there that if my mom is already dead, then this is what happens. I try to keep my will updated, like as I get. There's a fly in here. You might be able to hear it buzzing around. Sorry, that's never happened to me. I promise I don't stink. But anytime like I buy a new property or something, I have to change my will to know what happens to that. I actually have one of my rentals going to one of my tenants because they've been there so long, they've basically paid for it already, and so if I die, I'm gonna let them have it. But again, I don't plan on dying. I plan to make maybe at least not until I get 100,000 subscribers, which, speaking of subscribers, if you haven't subscribed, would you please subscribe and hit the like button, because it does help me. I've grown so much over the last month. It's the fastest subscriber count I've ever got, so I thank you all so much. I obviously have an extreme affinity for the subscribers that have been with me for a long, long time, but I wouldn't be here today without my new subscribers, so I have to love everybody the same, just like parents should love all their kids the same, and I do. I love you all. Thank you so much for helping me. But anyway, back to the story. I hope that you guys will kind of think about your financial decisions. I don't like to talk about money all the time because I don't want you to think that I'm just all about money, because I'm not. I just know that if you have money problems, I don't care what is good about your life, it's hard to enjoy it. If your money is wrong, everything is wrong. And so I know money doesn't buy happiness, and certainly money also enjoying some of it now while I'm alive. I think one of the reasons I was able to do it is because I don't have kids. So, like, I don't want to die with a pile of money. I definitely want a pile of money to be able to live off of when I'm older. But I'd like to think that I could plan it out where my last check bounces. Like when I'm 95, I write a check and it bounces. I'm still going to have Social Security coming in, But anyway, I think that's funny. It's just, I don't want to die with a whole lot. And hopefully I live a long time. Like if I live to be 100, I get another 50 years. So like another whole nother life of what I've already lived. I've lived 50 years. And I know, like, if you're 20 listening to this, you're like, oh my God, I can't imagine. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to be here before you know it. I know you probably always hear that, but trust me when I tell you, as you get older, it just keeps going faster and faster and faster. Like, every week is like a day to me. Like, I have to take my trash out to the road every week, and every week I do it is the time that I really, like, as I'm walking up I have a pretty long driveway. So as I'm wheeling the can up to the road, I'm like, I cannot believe I'm doing this again. And like, I have that thought every single week because it's like, I just did this yesterday. No, you didn't. You did it a week ago, but it feels like yesterday because that's just how fast time flies. It's so unbelievable. And that's why I think it's critical that you make really good decisions. And so you just have to be very careful about what you do. And just plan your life out right. So, anyway, I thought I could talk about that story longer, but I'm only about 15 minutes into this, so I want to talk about something else. I wish this was interactive where I could just ask a question and say, what do you want me to talk about? But unfortunately it's not. I think if ever I get a larger channel, like as my channel grows, I'll be able to do like live streams where I'll be able to go live, and then it will truly be interactive, and that will be fun. So I'm looking forward to the future, and I think when I crossed 5,000, it just has opened up new possibilities in my mind of what this channel might become someday. Again, I have no desire to try to get rich off this. I don't think you can get rich with an ASMR. Well, maybe there's ASMR channels that are making really big money, but ASMR videos they pay less than most videos. But I really do it for this community, that what I get, I hope that my other channel will pay me, but this channel, though it will pay me something, I don't expect it to pay me big money. I want to be supportive for all of you because you've been so supportive of me, and I really do try to tell you things that I think will help you in life. Maybe even if you fall asleep, they say subconsciously you can still hear. So maybe if you fall asleep while you're listening to this, you'll still be able to understand it subconsciously and still receive the message. But that's my hope, is that you all find value in what I say, not just in my ASMR, but I do like knowing that I can relax you and that you use my ASMR for relaxation or for sleep, because that's what I use ASMR for. It's helped me so much. It's helped my life. It's helped me rest and provided comfort for me in times where I was struggling. And so that's why I do it. So I want to get back. I want to get back in multiple ways. I want to provide a good ASMR experience understand what I'm saying. So I like feel bored. But I know I like inaudible videos, so I know that it's important for me to still do them. But just know when I do those, it's very challenging for me because I don't know. It's like when I told you a week lasts a day. Well, when I do an inaudible whisper, it's like doing an inaudible whisper for 20 minutes feels like 4 hours to me. It's like, oh my God, the clock is going so slow. But anyway, yeah, you guys are all so great. You've been so good to me, and can't thank you again enough. I know I say it a lot, but it's just because I feel it a lot.